The shir is dedicated to Zech Nishmas Rachaleya Basav Chaim Tzvi. We are examining Bati Sevel and Nevuah. We are examining the backdrop for people who want to become Neviim and the kind of chinuch they have to receive. We're in the midst of discussing the relationship between Moshe Rabbeinu and Yeshua ben Nun, who certainly was the Misharis of Moshe Rabbeinu par excellence. We mentioned that in the context of the wake of the Chet Egel, Moshe and Yeshua both descend from the mountain. Yeshua has one reaction, and Moshe Rabbeinu has another reaction. Moshe Rabbeinu right away sees Chirufim and Gidufim Klapi Mala. The Kol Yisrael are engaged in blasphemous behavior, and Yeshua does not see it that way. Yeshua sees Kol Milchama B'Machaneh, and the Ramban indicates already that clearly Yeshua is not yet ready to become the man of Yisrael, or the Navi is going to lead Klal Yisrael because he's not maftim in kol l'kol. The Gemara says, "Emein das hadol minayim." One has to learn to make discriminating distinctions. At this point in time, Yeshua is not yet ready to be that manig who are able to make these kind of distinctions. But we'll see that over a period of time, this is going to change radically. And of course, Yeshua is going to become worthy of becoming a man of Yisrael. Let's go a bit further and examine again some other parshios after the Chet Egel. Let's turn for a moment to Perek Lamed Gimel. Here the Torah tells us that after the Chet Egel, Vayidaber Hashem Moshe lech alei mizeh atov ha'am asher elisam eretz Mitzrayim, that Moshe Rabbeinu go ahead and take the people El Haaretz asher nishbati d'Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov leimel za'achu adneno. Moshe Rabbeinu was told by Hashem Yisbarach, v'shalachti lefanecha malach, I'm going to send a malach and I'll drive away the nations that inhabit Eretz Yisrael. And then we have that Klal Yisrael hear these tidings, they become grief-stricken, and then Hashem tells Moshe in Pasuk Hey, a Perek Lamed Gimel, Aseh V'Shmos, in Kisisa, Emrol B'nai Yisrael Atem Am She'oref, you are stiff-necked people. Rega Echad Ela B'Kirbecha V'Chidisicha, I'm going to destroy you. Yata Horid Edjucha Mi'alecha V'Edom Eselach. And now the Torah says, Vayisnatzu B'nai Yisrael Edom Mihar Chorev, they remove their jewelry. And then we have the following series of psukim starting from Pasuk Zayin. Moshe takes his tent and pinches it outside the camp. Hashem those who seek out Hashem Yisbarach are in effect going to go mechutz hamachaneh. And when Moshe comes into the Ohel, the Amud Ha'anon descends, speaks to Moshe Rabbeinu. People see the Amud Ha'anon become kolam mishtachav v'lish pesach olo, and everyone bows down, each one opposite the tent. And now we have Pasuk Yud Aleph. V'diber Hashem el Moshe panim el panim kasher yidaber yishorehu v'shovel ha'machaneh. Hashem speaks to Moshe in a very direct kind of encounter. And then the Torah says, U'misharso Yoshua ben Nun nar Lo Yomish Mitocha Ohel. Here Yeshua ben Nun once again comes to the fore and is described as a Mishares, a Moshe Rabbeinu, also described as a Nar, and the Torah says about him, Lo Yomish Mitocha Ohel. Lo Yomish Mitocha Ohel clearly means that this is where the Gemara derives the concept, if one wants to become a Navi, it's not sufficient for him to go to a Beis Sefer and Nevuah, but one also has to be Mishamish, other Neviim, one has to minister to them, one has to examine, scrutinize their very behavior, examine very carefully all their comings and goings, and if one has that kind of shimush, then potentially one could possibly become a Navi oneself. And this is exactly what the Torah describes in this Pasha, Umishasa Yeshua ben Nun nar Lo Yomish Mitocha Ohel. So this, of course, is going to be the Beit Sefer, the school which Yeshua is attending, namely attending to Moshe Rabbeinu in a very personal kind of way, which will enable him to become the Navi and the man of Yisrael. And this is a process not one that happens overnight. Just as one cannot, the Havdil can't come out Everest overnight, one cannot become a Navi overnight. Interestingly enough, the term Nar, that the Torah utilizes here, is a very fascinating term. In Pasuk Yud Aleph, Umishasa Yeshua ben Nun Nar lo Yamish mitoch ha'ohel. The term Nar in Tanakh is often found in the context of someone who is totally b'das hacher, someone who does not have his own autonomous, independent kind of stature, but is dependent upon others. For example, the Torah describes when Moshe Rabbeinu was born, V'nei nar boche. Moshe Rabbeinu, the nar, is crying. Of course, at that point, certainly, he was not autonomous by any means. Here also, Yoshua ben Nun nar, lo yomish v'zach ha'ohel.